you're now moving your office away from hers. Please explain why.
Yeah, so first of all, thank you for what you just said. You know, it is unbelievable that this is how so many of us get to go to work every day when, you know, I've worked fast food, I've worked in childcare, I've worked in healthcare. I've never been in a work environment like this before. And, you know, one day we were just walking down the hallway through the tunnel, headed to go and vote. And I'm hearing this loud talking in the hallway. But I kept going. It was no big deal. All of a sudden, as I'm walking down the tunnel, I'm hearing the voice get louder and louder. And then the voice was closer and closer. And then at one point I realized that it was like right behind me. And so I turned around because it was aggressive and it was loud. And I'm like, why is this like right behind me? And so I turned around and it was Marjorie Taylor Greene without a mask on. And so, so I looked and I'm like, you know, so I turned back around. I didn't say anything at first. I looked at my team and I'm like, she does not have on a mask. Like, let's just keep walking. And then I thought about it, like, you're putting me at risk, you're putting my team at risk, everybody else in this tunnel is at risk. And just the day before, we found out that our colleagues had contracted COVID after being on lockdown with this same person and other people who were unmasked. And so, no, I'm a nurse. I take care of my community. I take care of my people. You will not put us at risk like that. And so I moved out of the way. I saw my good brother, John Bowman, walking down the hall. I moved out of the way to let her pass. And as she's passing, I'm like, you know, look, she does not have on a mask. And so I said, put on a mask. And then she started to, you know, go off some more. She's on her phone. She's like live streaming. And my point with that, Joy, was that she had the audacity to be walking through this space on her phone, showing people that she was bucking the system, showing people that she was not going to adhere to the rules of the House. And so I wanted it to be on her live stream that we are saying, put your mask on. And then her team turned around, and her too, but then her team is yelling, stop inciting violence with Black Lives Matter. What does Black Lives Matter have to do with this? Put on a mask and save lives.
Yeah, and I just want to point out to the audience that on January 12th, the House leadership, the Speaker, announced there is a mandate that on the floor of the House, all members must wear a mask. What was the policy as you were walking through? Was it? I mean, as you said, you had just known that several members had been diagnosed with COVID after locking down on January 6th with Republicans who refused to wear masks. I want to show some video, actually, because Marjorie Taylor Greene was actually one of the people who was mocking Congresswoman Lisa Blunt Rochester, who was trying to give them masks, and she was mocking them. This is while they were being locked down. This is not the video that I'm showing. Sorry, it's cut two that I wanted to show. So we'll pull that one back for a second because I am going to show that one. There it is. There it is. And there she is mocking other members. So at the time that you were confronted by her, or she's yelling in the hallway, wasn't it generally accepted that people should be wearing masks in the tunnel?
Yes, we're supposed to wear masks, but I believe the fine for not wearing the mask is the House floor. But in
Gotcha.
the entire House, we're supposed to.
Gotcha. So now she went on Twitter when my colleague Tiffany Cross tweeted at her that she maybe want to go on the Cross Connection, which is Tiffany's show, which airs tomorrow, and explain herself. She then accused you of lying about the interaction, and she posted a piece of video. Now, I want to just for the audience let you know that, you know, we're not playing the full video because before the part we're showing, she's ranting and raving about Black Lives Matter, about you, about members of Black Lives Matter being a part of Congress. And then this happened. So here she is. This is the video you described where we only see her face because she's live streaming, showing her own face as she's walking. You can see she doesn't have a mask on. And here's what she says.
Then they supported bail bond links for criminals. You know what? Yeah, don't yell at people. You know what? You shouldn't bring COVID-positive members in here, spreading COVID everywhere. Stop being a hypocrite. Yeah, this is how it is here now.
She is claiming that that disproves your account. What is your reaction?
It actually says exactly what I said. She was walking behind me, directly behind me, you know, and she's yelling into the phone directly behind me. I moved out of the way because now you're a threat. You know, you're a threat to me, and then you don't have on a mask. You don't care enough about us to put on a mask. So I said, now mind you, by the time you heard my voice, she was further down the tunnel. And we're in the tunnel, so of course it's echoing. But you could hear me saying, put on a mask. And what happened? She put on a mask. But I was not, and let me say this too. Where do you hear of staff, team members, of Congress members yelling at other Congress members? Where do you hear that happen at? That doesn't happen. And for her to turn this around to be a Black Lives Matter issue, that's not what it was. You should care enough about your colleagues. And if you don't believe in that, if you don't believe that we should have safety, if you don't believe that this is a true health crisis where 400,000 people in this country have lost their lives, if you will not honor that and respect those families and respect the people in your community, 750,000 that you are supposed to protect, that you are supposed to serve and represent. If you won't do that, then let go of this job. It is not for you. And she can say whatever she wants to say. But the thing is, she did not have on a mask in that tunnel. And I absolutely spoke up. And it's not just about her, Joy. This is anybody, any Congress member who will not wear a mask. I'm going to speak up. Lisa Blunt Rochester spoke up. As many of us, we will speak up, and not just about that. We don't want you bringing your guns on the House floor. We don't want you bringing your guns into your office. We don't want you to evade security and try to run through the metal detectors. No, abide by the rules so that we can do our jobs to take care of our communities. We moved our office, Joy, not because I'm scared of her, like, not because I think that, like, I can't, like, you know what I mean? Like I'm, oh my gosh, I'm so, that's not why I moved my office. I moved my office because I am here to do a job for the people of St. Louis. They deserve that. And what I cannot do is continue to look over my shoulder, wondering if a white supremacist in Congress by the name of Marjorie Taylor Greene or anyone else, because there are others, that they are doing something or conspiring against us. Our focus has to be on St. Louis and the work that we can get done. And also, my team deserves better. They should not have to come to work and have to wonder if that door is going to open that does not have a peephole, that door is going to open and it's somebody that does not want to do them well.
Congresswoman Cori Bush very eloquently said, I think any workplace, people would want that just as a minimum condition to go to work every day. Thank you so much for spending some time with us this evening. Please stay safe, and thank you.